The Cuban government has created a, quote, climate of fear among political activists and independent journalists living here on the island. Now, that's according to a new report just released by Amnesty International. The report says that the penal code and court system here in Cuba are used to stifle political dissent, and they have called for the government to release what they have called prisoners of conscience. Now, the Cuban government would not immediately respond to CNN inquiries about the nature of the report, but they have traditionally said that those jailed dissidents are mercenaries in the pay of foreign governments. Amnesty International also said that despite its negative impacts, the U.S. trade embargo, which has lasted 48 years, is in fact a quote, lame excuse used by Cuban leaders to justify violating human rights. The country's human rights record came under intense scrutiny earlier this year after jailed dissident Orlando Zapata Tamayo died following a hunger strike. His death sparked international condemnation from Europe and Washington and drew a rare statement of regret from Cuban President Raul Castro. But a recent series of transfers of prisoners to jails closer to their homes and the release of 2 political dissidents have raised questions of whether Cuba is now slowly changing its policy towards its political prisoners. Last week, jailed activist Darcy Ferrer was released and reunited with his family after waiting a year for his trial. His release follows a meeting between President Raul Castro and a top Vatican official whose visit came amid signs of growing influence by Cuba's Roman Catholic Church. In May, Cuba's Roman Catholic Cardinal Jaime Ortega described a rare 4-hour meeting with President Castro as a, quote, magnificent start to talks surrounding the potential release of some of the island's jailed dissidents. Ortega had earlier negotiated a settlement with the government that allowed a group of women protesters to march, putting a stop to what had become a sort of weekly pro-government demonstration that would surround the women and prevent them from marching. Now, here in Cuba, many are hoping for more talks as church officials and human rights groups have expressed their desire for more prisoner releases. David Ariosto, CNN, Havana.